If you're planning to sell your home in Dallas, I'm going to say something that might save you a lot of money. Most sellers renovate the wrong things before they list. They spend thousands on projects that feel productive, but don't move the sale price or the speed of the sale the way they think. Because buyers don't pay extra for perfect. Buyers pay extra for confidence. Confidence that the home is clean, well maintained, and doesn't come with obvious problems they'll have to fix right after closing. And the goal of the pre-list work is not to build your dream home. It's to remove objections and present the home as the best option in a buyer's comparison set. So today, we're going to rank what to fix before you list in the Dallas market by ROI, what consistently pays back, what can pay back depending on your price band and condition, and what usually wastes money or even creates risk. I'm Mark Meras, and along with my business partner Kyle Kreick, we are the co-founders of Paragon Realty Advisors located in Uptown Dallas. By the end of this video, you'll have a clear ROI ranking, a decision framework, and a simple checklist you can use to decide what to do, what to skip before you list. Here's a Paragon rule that drives everything. Fix for objections, not perfection. Buyers walk into a house and they subconsciously score it on risk. Will this be a headache? Is it maintained? What will I have to do? So the best ROI projects are the ones that reduce perceived risk, improve first impressions, and make the home feel clean and move-in ready. And we're going to organize this into 4 buckets. Tier 1 is the highest ROI, almost always worth it. Tier 2 is situational ROI, worth it depending on the condition and your price band. Tier 3 is low risk/risky, only in specific circumstances. And Tier 4 is don't do it. These are common money traps. Let's start with Tier 1. These are the projects that consistently outperform because they hit buyer psychology hard. The number 1 ROI move is not sexy. It's a deep clean, declutter, and odor removal. Buyers interpret dirt, grime, and smell as maintenance risk. Even if this home is structurally fine, it feels neglected, and that lowers offers fast. So if you do one thing, make the home feel clean, fresh, and easy. This includes baseboards, windows, grout, pet areas, and anything that signals this home has been lived in hard. This is the cheapest way to create the biggest perception shift. Paint is also Tier 1 because it's relatively low cost and it changes the emotional experience immediately. But the key is strategic paint, neutral, consistent, and clean lines. You're not painting for your taste. You're painting to remove distractions and make spaces feel brighter and larger. And in Dallas, paint matters even more because light and heat can beat up the walls and the trim. Fresh paint reads as well cared for, which increases confidence. In addition, lighting and hardware are the cheap upgrades that read expensive. Swap dated fixtures where it matters, ensure color temperature is consistent, replace burned out bulbs, and update obvious dated knobs or pulls if they're screaming 2004 Builder Special. This isn't about turning your house into a showroom. It's about removing dated signals that cause buyers to discount mentally. Curb appeal is also Tier 1 because buyers make a judgment in the first few seconds. Dallas buyers especially respond to clean and cared for, mowed lawns, edged lines, clean beds, fresh mulch, power washing the walkway, and clean front door area. You don't need a landscape remodel, you need it to feel sharp and maintained. Now for Tier 2. These can be great ROI, but only if the current condition is holding the home back or your price band expects it. Floors can be a huge ROI move if the existing floors are actively hurting the listing. Stained carpets, mismatched flooring, heavily scratched wood, or outdated tile that dominates the first impression. But flooring is also where sellers overspend. The goal is not luxury finishes, it's clean and consistent. If your floors look fine, don't replace them out of anxiety. If your floors have a visible objection in photos and showings, then yes, addressing them can compress days on the market and reduce discounting. Kitchens and baths sell homes, but full remodels rarely pay back dollar for dollar. The smarter move is to refresh, not remodel. Think paint cabinets if they're dated, update hardware, improve lighting, fix caulk, replace a dated mirror, update a faucet if it's obviously old, clean the grout, and make it feel crisp. The objection is to make the space feel clean and current enough that buyers don't mentally subtract a renovation budget. Landscaping upgrades are also Tier 2. Basic curb appeal is Tier 1, but extra landscaping is only worth it if it materially changes the first impression, like fixing dead patches, filling beds, trimming overgrown trees, or cleaning up the backyard that feels neglected. In Dallas, a usable backyard is a lifestyle feature, so cleanup can be worth it. But don't build a fancy backyard right before you sell unless a price band truly demands it. Now Tier 3. These are the projects that feel productive but often have low ROI or can even create risk. Major remodels are risky because they're expensive, time-consuming, and you might not match buyers' taste. You can spend $60,000 and the buyer still says, "Not my style." If the home truly can't compete without it, that's a different conversation. But most sellers don't need a full remodel. They need objection removal and presentation. Replacing HVAC or windows purely to add value usually doesn't pay back like people think. These are important systems, but buyers rarely pay a premium dollar for dollar. However, if a system is clearly failing or you have documentation of issues, then addressing it may reduce buyer fear and keep deals together. That's different from upgrading for profit. Now let's tackle a big Dallas-specific question, the roof. When does it matter, and when is it a waste to replace before listing? In Dallas, roofs matter because of hail and storms, but the right approach depends on condition, documentation, and the buyer pool. If the roof is visibly near its end of life, has clear damage, or is going to trigger insurance concerns or appraisal concerns, it becomes a major objection. In that case, a plan to repair, replacement, or a pricing credit strategy can be critical. By replacing a roof just because, without evidence, it's needed to be a low ROI move. The smarter play is to understand what the roof condition will look like to an inspector and to an insurance carrier. So we don't say always replace, we say remove the roof objection in the most cost-effective way and document it. All right, now we'll give you the Paragon pre-list plan, a step-by-step checklist you can run in order so you don't waste money. Here's the order we like. Step 1, walk through for objections. What would a skeptical buyer point out in 30 seconds? Step 2, deep clean and declutter. Make it feel cared for. Step 3, paint and lighting. Remove distractions and brighten. Step 4, curb appeal basics. First impressions matter more than you think. Step 5, address the one big objection, whether it's flooring, roof issue, or obvious deferred maintenance, whatever would kill offers. Step 6, professional photos and launch plan, because the first 10 days matter. And the final rule, don't spend money to decorate, spend money to remove fear and friction. Let's wrap this up with some quick question and answers we always get when sellers ask about fixes they should do before listing. First, should I replace floors before listing? Only if there are visible objection in photos and or showings. Second, should I renovate my kitchen? Usually no, a refresh is better instead. Third, what gives the biggest ROI? Cleanliness, paint, lighting, curb appeal. Fourth, what's the biggest money trap? Full remodels and expensive custom finishes. And finally, fifth, how do I decide fast? Identify the top 1 or 2 objections and eliminate them. If you're selling in Dallas, your goal is not to create perfection. It is to create confidence and remove objections. The frameworks we discussed today aren't just theories. They are the tools we use to guide our clients through the noise and protect their financial futures. Our team has a deep analytical understanding of the DFW market that goes far beyond the headlines. We can help you navigate these situations. Head on over to www.paragondfw.com to schedule a no-obligation consultation today. And if you found this video helpful, make sure you give it a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button and notification bell, and you will have access to all current and future content. And finally, make sure you leave a comment below. We'd love to hear from you. Thank you for watching this video, and we look forward to seeing you in the next one. All the best.